Hello guys, my name is Nanaya, and today we'll be learning how to use the image column and also how to perform some basic and specific detailed editing onto our pictures. So first of all, we'll be uploading a picture onto our background. And we just make sure the height of the picture is in touch. Okay. So in case maybe the picture is brightened too much and you don't like the way it looks, just make sure at the layer column you've highlighted the snow. Go to the image, go to the adjustments, and you can go to the brightness and contrast. So there you can either increase the brightness or decrease the brightness. Or to make things more simple, if you can remember, you can only select a part or a portion of something and then decide to increase or decrease the brightness. Okay, so let us go to the same adjustment column. That is the layer style, then the blending options. All these are in the blending option. Sorry, the image and the adjustment. You can go to the levels. It all talks of how quality the image will look like. So that is the level. Cancel. With the auto tone, auto contrast, and auto color, it adjusts the color automatically to fit the combination of colors available in the layer you are dealing with. So in case you don't know the right amount of light to input into the picture, or you don't even know the right amount of contrast you need to give to the picture, with the auto color and the contrast and the tone, it adjusts everything for you. And also sometimes, let's say this is the total size of the picture, but here lies the case. When we uploaded the picture, the size of the picture was small. Here lies the case. When we uploaded the picture, the size of the picture was small. And maybe expanding it will make the quality low or reduce its quality. If we want the background to fix the picture, all what we can do is we can go to the image, go to the image canvas size, the height, and reduce it a little bit. Let's say 4. As you can see, it's reduced. Let me undo it and see the space between here and there. Let me undo it for you to see. You see, it has lengthened. Let me make it 3. Okay. So with the canvas size, it adjusts the picture to fit the background. The canvas means the sizes, the parameters of an object or a layer. So it adjusts the picture or your current picture to fit the background. So the same image, we can go to the adjustment. We can go to the exposure. So the image mostly, or should I say, the image talks of the light, the lightening, the darkness, the image quality. If you want to make it black and white, to the same image adjustment, you can see black and white. And as I said earlier, you can just select a portion and make that portion black and white the way you like it. Sorry, black and white the way you like it. Just adjust it in a way you like it. And with the crop too, maybe you want to crop a part of a picture. Image. Image. Crop. So if you want to crop a part of a picture, all you need to do is make sure you select the part you want to crop, then image, then the crop. And if you can see, it gives us a rectangular form of what we want to crop. And if you can remember our first session, I taught you guys how to easily crop an object without facing any difficulties. So the same image, we have duplicate. If you want to duplicate or create a copy of the image, which I also taught in the previous session, by holding alternate plus left click, you can just duplicate an image, so on and so forth. Okay, so now we know how to use the image tool. Now let me talk more of the shadow. Okay, in case I want to make it big. In case I want this guy, as if this guy took the picture in New York, but he's not in New York. So all I'll do is I'll just click on my correct, make sure my layer of selfie is selected, make sure my snow fits the background. Okay, back to the layer, and then I will take my object selection tool, any tool you can use to just crop the man, just crop him out, any tool you want to use. Okay, so now this is what we have. Remember, before you can crop a picture out of a picture, or before you can crop a part or a section of a picture out of a picture, we need to rasterize it first. We are done with the rasterization. We can now cut it. Ctrl plus X to cut it. Delete this one. Ctrl plus V to paste it. So now we've pasted it here. We want to make it as if this guy took a selfie. So this is how it is. Something like this would do. Let us decrease the size a little bit. We didn't get a correct picture, so this is what we will get. Okay, so something like this. So after doing this, we want the guy's shadow to appear for it to be more realistic. What we will do is we will go to the layer and the layer style. I taught this thing in our last two sessions. The blending options, go to the drop shadow, that is it. Then okay, or let me undo it first. The layer, drop shadow, maybe the distance. You see, it's like we are only limited to the distance, but here lies the case. We want the shadow to reflect on the snow, but we are only limited to the distance. We do the distance, it gives us only up and down. We spread it. We can choose to drag it like this, but even if we drag it, it's not lying on the snow and it's very bad. So what we can do is just click on the OK, then go to the layer column, click on the shadow, right click, and go to create layer. So with this is create a layer for the shadow on its own. Create layer. Okay, so now we can move the shadow anywhere we want. We can move the shadow, but because we want the shadow to reflect on the snow, we put it inside the man. Then we go to the we are at the select tool already, so we can either choose to press and hold Control and move it. Press and hold Control. We can make it a little bit transparent. just adjust it in a way you like, any way you like. So something like this, a little bit transparent to do. Okay. And also, if we can see, it's like the man is shining more than the background. So here we will be needing the image to adjust the color of the man a little bit. So we go to the image, adjust brightness and contrast. So let us see the brightness. Does it fit? Do it in a way you think it fits, any way you think it fits. Okay, and the contrast. It's quite darker, brightness. It still doesn't fit. It's like, although it fits, but the edges of the man look so sharp, it seems like it's fake. Because it totally looks fake. So something like this, I'll press the OK. And then one thing about Photoshop is, if you can realize, more realistic editing, when done, the background is not actually the original background. They add a little editing to the background. Either they darken the background a little bit, or they add more light to the background. And to do this, first of all, you just right click, select a tool called the bend tool. The bend tool bends an option or a part of a picture. So I'll go for the bend tool, enlarge it a little bit. So this is it. Select the background, and I can choose to rasterize, choose to bend. If you can see, it bends. You won't see it, but it bends it. Just bend some parts. We want to make it real, so we need to bend some parts. Because I've selected the snow, anything I do affects the snow layer and not the man. Let me enlarge it so that I can bend all. I can decide to use the color, but it's like the bend is, it's more effective. It depends on how you want the picture to look like. So after I'm done bending the picture is now more sharp. Then I can choose to blur the picture by blurring, choose the layer by blurring the edges. When I blur the edges, it won't look as if one would think the picture is real. If only I had an original picture of somebody taking a selfie. And also I'll select the background and also blur the background to merge it. If one is still confused of the color, make sure you select the background, go to the adjustments, go to the exposure, and then adjust the background's exposure and offset. It's too bright. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so that is how to do, or that is how to design a realistic design. So in case you want it to be real, after cropping it, just make sure you add more light. That is the main importance. Adding more light or adjusting the brightness of the picture, that is one. Blurring some parts that might convince people that what you are doing is fake, or should I say what you are doing is less real. So the blur feature really helps. It blends, after blurring it, like it blends two layers together. That is one function of the blur. And also make sure you use your bend tool in some parts where the light is more. You can just use the bend tool to reduce the light effect. And also let me teach you guys one more trick. See, sometimes you can see a picture and as if it's a book that is being opened. Let me show you. An example is, in case I want 1, to like hold here and just open it. What I will do is I'll select the rectangular tool like this, leave it there, go to the edit. In the edit you can see the free transform and you can also see the transform. Let me click on the free transform for you guys to see how it appears. So this is how the free transform is. I can choose to transform it anyhow I want. Because I've selected here, that is why it appeared like that. Or what I can do is I can go to the transform. Where the transform, I can go to rotate. It will rotate it. To rotate it. Or I can go to the distort, or let me go to the skew first. The skew, it will skew it. Or I can rotate it 180 degrees, 90 degrees, or counterclockwise 90 degrees. But what I want to do now is the warp. The warp is a form of adjustment that makes one to adjust any part of a layer by something like a pinch. If you hold a cloth and you pinch and pull, is the way it appears. So I can just hold here and do something like this. And I'll click OK. So it's like I held it and I opened it. And to even make it more real, I can just zoom in, use my selection tool. Alright. Which I've already taught you guys how to use these tools, so I won't be saying anything about it. Or I can use the rectangular marquee to zoom in. And just do like this. It depends on how you would like to select anything you want. Use the selection tool you would love to use. Maybe this won't be more realistic, but who knows? Oh, sorry. When you're done, press enter. Then you can just switch, select your paint bucket, paint it white, or you can even paint it something like ash. Now it looks like a paper that is being teared up. So thank you very much for this lesson, and I hope you guys enjoyed and understood everything. So in our next session, I'll be teaching you guys how to create your own PayPal account. Thank you very much.